And now a Tom Hanks World War II Navy drama debuting exclusively on Apple TV. So have a nice weekend hooking that up for your grandparents to watch exactly one movie, many people. Tom Hanks, writing and starring in a World War II Battle of the Atlantic thriller, is a devout and taciturn yet fatherly battleship captain holding together a convoy being stalked by a particularly hard-to-kill Nazi U-boat is the kind of pitch that comes with this year's big Dad and Granddad movie stamped on it before they shoot a frame of the actual film, and yet I can't not admire how committed it is to the form of being effectively "they don't make 'em like that anymore" the movie. Directed by Aaron Schneider from a aforementioned screenplay by Hanks, roughly adapted from a novel by Horatio Hornblower creator C.S. Forrester, it almost feels like there was another key player on set at all times in the form of a 105-year-old VFW patron officially employed as a story supervisor, but whose actual only job was to go around whacking the other filmmakers around the head with a cane and yelling "still too much bullshit" every time the story, dialogue, or on-screen action started to involve anything that wasn't about the heading, operations, and maintenance of a Navy ship. Now, to be clear, I mean that in a good way. This is exactly the movie for every older dude who buys every World War II book, mainlines the History Channel, and always says movies like Midway or Dunkirk are fine, but they left out this or that obscure technical detail and had too much stuff about the families and love lives of the guys or whatever. This is that guy's movie. All maps, all charts, all protocol, all jargon, all boat stuff, all the time. And then every 15 or 20 minutes or so, it's still that, but then faster, because it's also precise mechanics of engaging and destroying German U-boats with radar and pen and paper math and old-fashioned luck. I mean, to be honest, this thing's skipping theaters because of the pandemic and going right to streaming is almost an act of abject cruelty done to America's seniors. This could have been Infinity War for people who are still pissed that JAG isn't on anymore. It's also really good, just to reiterate. The perhaps mildly ageist humor is largely a psychological defense mechanism on my part, helping me work through the surprisingly strong feelings of loss and abandonment engendered by constant thoughts while watching this of all the uncles and grandparents I'd be psyched to recommend this to, except they're gone now. In any case, Tom Hanks is U.S. Navy captain named Ernie Krause. He and his ship, the USS Keeling, callsign Greyhound, have to protect a convoy crossing a dangerous area of the North Atlantic and find themselves in a protracted weeks-long on-off battle with a cunning German submarine wolf pack, during which Krause has to wrestle with his own self-doubts in order to keep his ship together, and that is it. That's the entire movie end to end. There's a quickly dashed up setup about Captain Ernie's girlfriend waiting to him to come back safe so they can get married, a pair of bookend scenes, and some very brief dialogue details establishing that he's a very devout but also very private religious man, a gently observed minor character detail about him constantly forgetting to eat his meals, and otherwise that is it. It's a 90-minute movie, there's not an ounce of fat on it, we're pretty much always somewhere on the boat, and 95% of every spoken word is direct, forward-moving, put the audience in the middle of the action, naval tactics and warfare stuff, where dudes look at radars, pull on big levers, crank the wheels, bark numbers and codes and nicknames for things into the radios, and all of which sometimes causes the ship to narrowly escape being grazed by a torpedo or one of its own weapons to blow a U-boat out of the water, and everyone's happy. Unless they didn't actually blow the U-boat out of the water, in which case they're unhappy. And then they explain how they know or don't know that they actually got the U-boat. And the thing is, it's so well directed and the actors are so committed, the editing and the pacing is so tight, and Hank's punchy, no-filler, old-school script keeps things moving so smoothly that even someone like me, who knows really fuck all about Navy warfare, could not only follow it, but really get invested in it. You know, even though I didn't know what the hell all the jargon meant, the rhythm clicks in very fast and you get, oh yeah, now they're doing the thing, and that, with that thing. Yeah, alright, go get those Nazi bastards. I mean, this really is at once a puts the old and old school war picture, but also a very now kind of no bullshit, get to the point, deliver the goods blockbuster, and by the end of it, I was way the hell into it. So I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. Yeah, they generally do not make them like this anymore.